Hello everyone, I am Polymath and I'm showing you how to play Magic the Gathering. Thank you for watching. This is the fifth episode of my series and today I'm going to talk about some skills that you should develop to play Magic that will help you, not necessarily in the act of playing the cards, but in the way you think about it, and certain things that you can buy to use in a game of Magic that are not cards. But before I start all of that, I just wanted to ask you to subscribe. It will take you no effort and it really helps out my channel. This video, I'm going to make it like the finale of the series I'm doing about Magic the Gathering. I'm calling it Season 1, simply because this series was meant to teach the bare basics of Magic, and I've run out of things to talk about. I'll do a series of more advanced stuff called Season 2 sometime. Now, the skills that you could develop to play Magic. These skills are actually in-game, so I'm not talking about like skill tapping lands or casting creatures. Instead, I'm talking about like more generally. I'm splitting these skills into two categories: the chess skills and the cards skills. A chess skill is a skill that's like mentally strategic. I call them chess skills because they're often featured very well in chess. And the first chess skill I'm talking about is the ability to focus for a long period of time. Magic games often do go long, and you need to be able to think clearly for that entire time to play as well as you possibly can. This is probably the most important out of all the chess skills I'm talking about. Another very important skill is the ability to think a move or two ahead. Like, when is the best time to play this card? Should I save it or use it now? A third skill that is used in chess and magic is the ability to look for an opportunity and attack at that opportunity. If I trade creatures to make a blank battlefield, could I drop in two cheaper creatures next turn and get an advantage? Something like that. And the last skill is patience. This is very overlooked, but sometimes you just have to wait it out and see what happens. The other type of skill is a card skill. It's also mental, but it involves the game and the opponent more. It involves the opponent a lot. I call them card skills because they are used more in card games like poker than in chess. An example is hidden information. You don't really know what cards are in your opponent's hand or in their library, and you have no idea what the next card you're going to draw is. You have to plan with this in mind. For example, what if they have a spell that can mess up your plans? But remember, don't overthink it. Everything in Magic is probability, and playing scared of a certain card is a very easy path to defeat. You just play your cards as best you can. Keep in mind that they could have a counter, and if they interfere, that's fine. It's a part of the game. Another part of the game and important skill is your kind of your like thoughts on luck. Luck is one of the key ingredient parts of Magic, and it changes everything. Sometimes you're just unlucky. That is part of the game. However, you can't really blame luck automatically for everything. Is it possible that your deck was not optimal or that you misplayed? The final skill is called variance, for lack of a better word. Like I said, the probability plays a huge role in Magic since there are so many cards. This is kind of like luck. On average, your deck might work, but if it fails to draw what you need, you still have to play like to the best of your ability without the cards that you need. Again, in chess, there's no such thing as hidden information, and there's a lot less luck since chess is very skill based, but Magic is a combination of skill and luck. Now I'm going to talk about some stuff that you can use in your game that's not cards. One thing that you could use to track life is a 20-sided die. This is a tradition since the people who made Dungeons and Dragons, who made the 20-sided die in the first place. So the people that own Magic also bought out Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just kind of it's like iconic kind of. Another thing you could get to track life is one of these very fancy special life trackers with like wheels. This is mostly for decks that feature some serious life gain strategies, but it's also pretty cool to have. Another thing you can get is a playmat. While that doesn't directly help your gameplay, it is nice to have, and it helps you understand where to put your cards that you play. Another thing you could get is a fancy box for your decks, but it doesn't have to be fancy. I personally use just a cardboard box that looks like this. You could also get a card binder. This is definitely more for card collectors who want to display and get easier access to their cards than for people who play, since people who play the game with their cards will usually use them in decks. The final thing you could get it is these nice dice with +1/+1 counters on it or so, and they look like this. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, I'm sure you'd like some other videos on my channel, so please subscribe. Next video, I am starting off Season 2 with a video about mana and card advantage, two very important resources in Magic. And that's all for today. Bye.